Uh, Possible, not in conditions to the match, tomorrow's match. Still big doubt, but possible not being in conditions. Like Bernard in the same situation. Start working with the team. Possible next week we'll have good news about him, but for the tomorrow's match as well in the same situation.
Cenk Tosun as well? How's he?
Tosun is okay. It's okay.
And Gbamin, is it still looking like New Year before he'll be available to you again?
Yeah, not for sure, not before, and let's see when will be available. Him and Andre will be long-term injuries, and we don't know. We don't have a date in the moment to be more sure about the situation, but that means will be a long term.
Just on Andre, where's he up to in his recovery at the moment?
Okay, step by step, like is to be really patient with him. Was with us today again in the morning. He's become more often every day here with his teammates doing this rehabilitation step by step. Will be a slow recovery, but we know already, and let's see each month how will be. For sure not, but possibly we'll play this season. But we never know. Let's see how we'll react. But now is a moment for us to be just patient with him, and to be supportive with him as well.
I have to ask you about the big news in football this week, and Jose Mourinho, your friend, being back in the Premier League. Just what do you make of it? Something that you said it wouldn't take too long to happen, I think, when he lost his job at Manchester United.
For sure, will not be too long. Was more long than I expect, to be honest. But I think it's very good for him to be back. My opinion, really good for Premier League as well to have Jose Mourinho back in charge. And for sure, when manager achieve what he have achieved along this career, what he won along this career is really good to have him back. And for me, he's my friend as well. It's really good to see him back. Some words as well for Mauricio Pochettino. I think he has to be really proud of everything what he did in Tottenham. He helped really that players and the club to grow, and he has to be really proud what he did in his job.
When a manager who's been relatively successful like Mauricio has loses his job, do you yourself look for reassurances from the chairman and the owner that they will continue to be as supportive as they have been towards you?
No. I think each case each situation is each situation, and we don't have to look to the other, what's happening in the other clubs to try to think in yourself or what's happened. I think we as a club, we have to look for ourselves and to look for what we want to do and what we want to do together, nothing more.
I think then, if I put it another way, is it fair for me to ask you about pressure when in your 50 Premier League games here you've managed more wins, more points, more goals and conceded 11 less than in the 50 Premier League goals Everton's 50 Premier League games previous to when you took charge?
Yeah, maybe surprise for some of the people don't be aware about the last 50 games before I came. What I can tell you, I want more. The next 50 I want more. I want to improve these numbers because we as a club, and myself first of all as a manager, we as a club, we want more. We want to keep improving, and this is what we want for the club. About pressure, I answered to you the last few weeks because it's one answer you are asking me since the first day I arrived in the club, and for sure it will be until the end. For me, it's a privilege to have pressure because when I choose this job, I love this job. Just with pressure behind, we can do, because pressure means we want to win, and is everything what I want in my career.
It's just one defeat in the last 5 in all competitions now. All of that against Premier League opposition as well. Do you feel then it's almost like a turning point in the season for you?
And do you remember what is the lose? You remember what is the game?
It was the game against Brighton.
How we lost the game?
Yeah, the VAR.
Okay. It's good to remember as well, because possibly we are talking here about 4 wins and one draw. But okay, it's what it is. And the most important thing for me, we reacted well after that game as well. Yeah, but it's true. We reacted really, really strong after the international break when we start playing against West Ham. Because we came from a bad period for us, and we react well. And what I expect, and you are working to achieve that, is to do again the same after this break. Okay, we achieve an important win for us last away game, our first win away as well. Gives us the confidence we need, because wins gives always the confidence. Even if you know what you are doing, and the players they know as well, it's always important to get the results to boost the confidence and all these things. And of course now you are looking for a busy period. We'll start tomorrow with against Norwich, and we have to be really confident, believe in ourselves, respecting the opponents like always, but with big commitment, big ambition to achieve the results we want to grow in the position at the table.
Obviously you had that meeting which Mike Riley attended and spoke about VAR. Were you happy with what came out of that, and what points were you able to make to him about it?
Okay, like you know, everything what we spoke there inside is not to come here and to speak and to talk to you. Of course, we, not just myself, we gave our opinion, what is our feelings as well. They spoke about the situation, of what we want, all of us, is to protect first Premier League, the football, what the fans they like to enjoy is football there. Don't be confused with everyone, because all of us you want VAR in football to help the referees and not to do nothing more. And was clear in that meeting our opinion as a Everton Football Club, and they know, and what they said to me as well was clear to me.
Did you get an apology about that decision at Brighton?
It's not the most important thing. Not the most important thing. Was really strange what's happened in that game, but now we cannot change nothing more, because unfortunately for us we lost 3 points and were in our hands. We did a big effort to win that game, but talking about that moment again or whatever, I think all of everyone in watch Premier League and see the games, they know what's happened in that game. Was really, really strange, but it's what it is. I prefer to look for that moment like a mistake, like some moments I can make as well, my players, and to keep working hard for the next games we'll have. Nothing changed that result, and fortunately for us, nothing will change that result.
Yeah, but you and your players apologise for mistakes, don't you?
Okay, but when you look for your mistakes and you can learn from that and don't do again in the future is what we want, and I hope nothing happened in that way again against us.
Just on Moise Kean, obviously there's been various opinions voiced in the past week or so as to what he should do, from his father, from Roberto Mancini. Roberto Mancini saying he hopes he can find a club that lets him play. What's your response to that?
No, I will not respond for sure. Roberto is the manager of national team. He knows, like I know, what Moise needs, because he already spoke many moments about Moise as well. And Moise has all the support here. He don't need to find nothing more in his career. We bought him. We really believe on him. He has all the support from myself, from the club, from the teammates, to keep adapting to the Premier League. And is his present and is his future, this house. No doubts about that. And for me, what is the most important is what I speak with him directly, with Moise, and what he speak with myself as well. And everything is so clear for me and to him.
What's his attitude been like after the Southampton game, when obviously he was left out of the squad and disciplined for being late for a team meeting?
About discipline is what are the rumors and what you said. You know what I said after the match about my decision, when I don't know if some of you asked me about the decision, and I was clear about rumors or whatever. I was not here to talk. No one in our club said something about the situation. His attitude, like you know, after Southampton match, not just him, many players, they went to the national team. Just returned yesterday, Moise and Richards and Mina as well, and they did recover yesterday. Today, full session with the team. But I can speak to you about what he did before that, and what he did, working really hard. He wants to play in our team. He's working hard. I gave you the example after the Brighton game. Was a game where he didn't play. He was in the bench. He didn't play. Sunday morning was here to work with his teammates in our session, and he worked really hard and give me the answer I need in that moment. Is what I want from him, and is what he's doing, to be fair with him as well.
Is it purely adapting then, or is it something else that's just holding him back from getting that extra game time?
Yes, of course he wants to play more, like all the players we have, but we have to look for him, and we have to look for all the games we already played, how many games he played as well. Yes, he has some starting 11 players in Premier League. He has some in Carabao Cup as well. I think 2 or 3 starting 11 players in Carabao, Premier League as well. You are not talking about one player didn't play at all. And you have many examples in Premier League. Players with more experience than him come to Premier League and didn't play. I think we have an example not really far. An example like Fabinho, one player more experienced than him, big amount. They bought him. First 6-7 months didn't play at all. Most of the games was on the stand as well. I think it's not the only example. I can give you more and more. But the most important thing for us is to look for Moyes, keep teaching him, for him to adapt as fast as he can. You are talking about talent with quality, and he has all the support for myself, my staff, everyone in the club, and he's working hard to play because it's what he wants.
Scoring twice for the under-21s as well might do him some good.
Yes, really good, and maybe for some of you as well, score playing in the right wing. Maybe it's more one new for you. Some of you need, because many times some people is talking about some things they don't know really what the player is doing. Score twice, playing in the right wing. More when he goes to the national team, almost all the games he plays the right wing as well. And it's good always when a player like him, all the other wingers and strikers we have, when they play and they score, is always important, and really important to him to score 2 goals for the under-21 national team.
Because he scored, does that bring an extra temptation to start him against Norwich, or?
Never know. The 11, we'll see tomorrow what will be the 11. But he's a player will be in the squad list. I can give this information to you.
Just with the games you've got coming up as well, obviously Leicester away, Liverpool away, Chelsea home, United away, all before that cup quarter-final with Leicester. Does that make this again must win?
One more must win, and you like the word, no problem for us. One more must win. I believe my colleague is talking the same as a manager, Norwich manager. Will be a must-win game to them. But for us, okay, no problem. We can talk again. Must-win game for us. Playing home, we don't look for the table at all. For ourselves and for the position, our opponent, we don't want to look for the table. We know some good results they achieve and why they achieved, and we know some not good results why they didn't achieve as well. It's up to us to analyze why and try to take some advantage for us, their weakness, to be strong in their strengths as well. Look for ourselves again, playing at home. Normally we are really strong playing at home. It's important to support our fans, and we have to show the same we were showing the last few games, with a lot of problems we have. Big number of injuries, problems, something happened not normal with our team. You are reacting, and you are reacting strong is the most important thing for us. And again, tomorrow must-win game. Have to go to be 100% commitment again, big ambition. Support our fans will be important, and of course, after enjoy. And of course, our aim is to take the 3 points, respecting really Norwich and their quality as well.
Just finally then from me, does Tom typify that reaction in adversity? He's really stepped up?
Definitely. Not just Tom, but Tom is a good example. But not just Tom. I can tell you as well, because I said our players this morning. The players are coming from the bench. They are having a good impact on the matches as well. Last game was a good example. Alex and Dominic. The previous game with Cenk Tosun as well. What Tom get this chance and he's doing really well. He's enjoying. He's helping the team, because that all of them, they are important. Like you don't have a big number. Our squad is not in a big number as well, with all these injuries, and we have until now. It's really short, but we are here to fight and always play to the shirt and with a big commitment. And I agree with you. Tom is a very good example.
Hi Marco.
Hi.
Where is the biggest threat from Norwich? We know that they haven't won for, I think it's 7 games, but they have beaten Manchester City, for example.
Yes, and not just Manchester City. I think, of course, was the biggest result for them this season, but was not just that game. They have called it okay. They have one clear idea. For me, it's clear. Of course, the same manager. They achieve big results last season, and the idea is clear what they try to do, the way they try to play. They come here for sure to play in the same way. One team has the quality and try to play from the back with the quality, with the clear idea, with the two wingers in a good moment as well, not just Hernandez, but right winger as well. They are very good players, and of course with the striker in always ready to score goals as well. It's up to us to start to command the game in the way we want. Without the ball, to be really aggressive and in a good shape every single moment, and after to start to create the problems you want to create to them, to disorganize them, because for sure they try to be to come here with a good defensive organization to try to create problems to us. It's up to us to create the chance we need to win the game, but always without the ball, being aggressive with a good pressure, because they have the quality in the way they play to create problems as well.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Radios, please. Next, guys.
Okay.